back to Sports Sunday. Always good to catch up with the head shocker, Gregg Marshall. 9-1, his Wichita State Shockers. If I had told you in August, knowing what you were putting together with this basketball team and all the questions that you were going to have, and gave you 9-1 at that point through the first 10 games, would you have taken it?
Oh, I think so. We had so many new faces. We were blending in so many first-year guys in our program, and the schedule with being at VCU and at Tennessee, the two BCS schools in Cancun, as well as the Air Force game. I mean, we figured to lose one or two of those, so 9-1 for sure. We'd take it at this point.
Let's talk about the one a little bit. I would imagine that a game like that aggravates you on a couple of different levels, but one thing I would imagine in watching film, it gives you a lot of opportunity to teach, good teaching moments, because these guys are able to see on film some of their weaknesses.
Just like most young people, and including me when I was young, you have to experience things, and you can't let other people, older people, people with experience tell you things that are going to happen if you don't do this. You have to experience it on your own. So we won some games where we did not execute well, and we didn't do some things that I would like for us to do, but we finally lost one, and now their hearing really perks up. Now you can't just rely on your talent. You've got to execute, you've got to be smarter, you've got to play the percentages, and we just didn't do that well enough against Tennessee.
Having said that, what do you really like about this team third of the way through the season?
I like the fact that they're unselfish. Again, sharing the basketball. I like the fact that pretty good defensively. We're not great. We've got some deficiencies that we're trying to shore up, but when we're healthy, we're pretty good. Right now, we're a little banged up. We got some guys banged up, and hopefully we can get them back. But when we have our full complement of athletes and size and talent and skill, we can be a menace on the defensive end. And there's a lot of things that we can improve on. We can improve on our offensive efficiency, our execution, our guarding the basketball, and we'll continue to work on those, and we worked on them this afternoon.
Talk about the three-point shot. You're a guy that allows your shooters to shoot. You always have. Are you pleased with the shots that you're getting from three-point range? The other night against Tennessee, you had a lot of open looks from three. You just weren't knocking them down.
Well, yeah, I thought there were two shots that I did not particularly care for. Malcolm took at least one, and perhaps one of Baker's I didn't like. The rest of them were wide open shots, and those guys have proven they can make them in practice. When they're wide open, or it's an inside out, it's in the rhythm, it's in the flow, everyone else knows they're going to take them, then I want to take those three-point shots. I don't want them to hesitate or be reluctant. I think then it's going to mess with their minds and hurt their confidence, and then they'll never be able to make them in crunch time. So, Takel Cotton stopped taking as many. Jake White made everything in the 2 days leading up to Tennessee, and he just left the one short that was wide open in front of our bench. Malcolm Armstead made a bunch against Iowa, and so did Clee Anthony early. We don't win against Iowa unless they make those shots. So ultimately, they're going to have to take those shots and knock them down. Otherwise, they're just going to collapse, and we'll never be able to get the ball to Carl or some of the big guys inside.
You knew a year ago where your leadership was going to come from because you had so much experience on the basketball court. You seem to be getting leadership this year as well from a lot of guys in different positions. Even your experienced guys are being asked to lead and do some things that perhaps previously they weren't asked to do. Are you pleased with that element of your game?
Well, I think you could always get more. As a coach, you can never be pleased.
Right.
We're not satisfied as coaches, and we have to keep those fires burning with the players. If we have good leadership now, I don't want to dispute that, but what I'm saying is we can have even more from more guys, and it could be more consistent. So that's my answer. I like what we've got, but I think it could be even better, and I want to continue to develop these young men as leaders this year and on into their future.
Where are you on a toughness scale right now? Because you don't accept anything less than the absolute maximum effort from a toughness standpoint. Is this a mentally and a physically tough team?
We made some mistakes in crunch time the other night from veteran players, which I was disappointed in. We have some individuals that aren't quite as tough as I would like. By and large, we're a pretty tough team. We've gone to some tough places like VCU and won, Air Force. We weren't able to pull it off against Tennessee, but we just simply didn't play very well. We certainly didn't get any help. So the bottom line is we've got to continue to be tougher and make everyone tough enough to get that rebound with two hands or come up with that crucial loose ball like the Air Force game. And if we continue to do that, continue to work on our offensive efficiency and execution, work on guarding the basketball and our defensive concepts, we can have a pretty good group.
The Big East is shifting right now, and 7 Catholic schools have all but left the Big East. And obviously this has given rise to a lot of speculation involving Creighton. If those 7 teams go to a 10-team league, it looks like Creighton may be on the outside looking in. But if they go to a 12-team league, as is expected, Creighton may be a team that goes. Obviously there's a lot of speculation about this. The shifting sands of conference realignment have not, to this point, affected the Missouri Valley Conference. But can you give me your thoughts, even from a speculative situation, on the situation with Creighton and the very real possibility that they could be an attractive candidate to those Catholic schools leaving the Big East?
No one's reached out to me or asked me my opinion or any input on the matter. I certainly don't have anything to do with Creighton and their decisions with their basketball program or their athletic department. I've spoken with people here and had some just brief discussions about what are we going to do? Are we going to be proactive? Are we going to be reactive? Are we going to just I don't make those decisions.
Right.
I'm the basketball coach. Whatever league we're in, I'll be the coach, and I just need to worry about my basketball team,
right.
and we'll play a full schedule this year and hopefully a full schedule next year. And whatever league it's in, we'll try to win it.
He is Gregg Marshall, ever candid, the head basketball coach at Wichita State University. Stay with us, parting shots as we come back.